Good morning. I hope you can hear me okay. My microphone's way over there and I don't feel like wearing it right now. I want to get back into vlogging, so that's what we're gonna do today and this week and however long I can keep this going before I get exhausted with talking to a camera. I don't think I have much going on this week. I have a doctor's appointment today, which is what I'm currently getting ready for. I have to mail my mom her Mother's Day gift, so that means I have to go to the store so that I can get a package big enough to mail it because it's bigger than I expected when I ordered it. The full moon is this week, but I don't really know if I want to do anything for the full moon. I'm just kind of trying to get back into the swing of things, you know? Being in school, everything just kind of slowed down. I don't know if slowed down is the right word. Time-wise, I didn't have a lot of time. I definitely didn't have a lot of energy to do a lot of stuff. And with switching to a more land-based practice, it's been kind of an adjustment for me, figuring out what I'm doing, what I need to do, what I don't need to do, and just kind of figuring out what feels right. I'm not even sure what my practice is gonna look like on a regular basis. What sort of celebrations and if there are even going to be celebrations. It's funny because it's very much a practice based on place, right? The land, the area that I live in, and the spirits that are here, the plants and animals that are here. And I was sitting in here going to the bathroom this morning and the spiders have come out. There's a spider that has taken up residence in my shower. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's the same spider as last year, but they seem to like the shower. And I was sitting here and I saw the spider. It's kind of big, like some sort of daddy long leg spider, just like a house spider, right? And I started having a conversation with the spider, like, you know, I don't want to kill you, but also you're gonna freak out my kid and you're gonna freak me out in the shower because it's hard to see in the shower when I don't have my glasses on. And I'm like, you can stay, but you gotta, you know, do your part. So, are you gonna take care of any bugs, right? You're gonna keep the bugs away. So hopefully we have an understanding now. And I think that's definitely a lot of what a folk-based practice is gonna look like for me. It looks like a whole lot of nothing. Learning about where I live now and the seasons and the weather and the different like superstitions that people have here about things. It's funny because I was on Reddit the other day and I am in like, you know, the main subreddit, and someone was talking about how they put their snow shovel away. It wasn't the other day, it was like a month or so ago. And everybody was commenting like, oh my god, why would you do that? Why would you do that? We're not out of the woods yet. It's not, you know, snowing season's not over yet. And lo and behold, like a week and a half later, it dumped a bunch of snow on us. And then everyone's like, see, we told you, this is your fault. You put the snow shovel away, or you took your plow off too soon. You don't even say that out loud. Not until like June at least. So that's been an interesting thing. And I know people have things like that everywhere. But it's been funny to see it in action. And like, I didn't put my snow shovel away into my garage until last week. And it's currently the first week of May. And it's not even put away. It's just in my garage. So, I don't know. That's how things are going right now with that. So, let me finish my hair. Done with my hair. Let's get ready to go. Oh, let me show you my mom's Mother's Day gift. Put you up here on my counter. Ooh, you're really high now. Hello! Hello up there. Better. Okay, so my mom loves bears. Teddy bears, decorative bears. So I found this when I was placing a grocery order at Walmart, and I was like, yeah, this is not for you, ma'am. No, this is not yours. Go. I found this. It's a little teddy bear, and it comes with a full-size blanket. And my mom loves blankets and bears and soft things, and this is just like gonna be the perfect thing for her. But it's big. It's huge. I need to find a shipping bag that will fit, or box or something. So that's gonna be on the agenda today. If I leave in the next few minutes, I can make it to the store to get a card and a box or something for this, hopefully. Go to my doctor's appointment and stop at the post office on my way home from the doctor. Time to go. I didn't find what I wanted to eat. I wanted one of those like complete cookie things, but I couldn't find them, and when I looked them up on the app, it didn't. Oh, I got ducked. I got a new one. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, and oh, hold on. Anyway, I got ducked. This one's a giraffe, and it's adorable. It's a little giraffe. Anyway, I couldn't find the complete cookie that I wanted. I looked on the app. Didn't tell me where they were in the store, just said that they had the 3-packs available, which is not exactly what I wanted, but I couldn't find them, and I didn't want to waste any more time walking around trying to find them, so I grabbed one of these instead. Never had one before. It is plant-based. It's made with soy milk and soy protein, which is great, so I'm gonna drink this while I drive to the doctor. Finally done at the doctor. That took longer than I wanted it to, but you know, it is what it is. That's just one thing about where I live. So we're gonna go home. I'm hungry. I have hopefully a video to record if I can manage that between the time that I get home and when my child gets home from school and whatever else happens in between. Oh man, I'd like to get some more work done on the yard too, since it's my day off. Get the leaves bagged up some more before it rains tomorrow. Again, we'll see how it goes. But I'm tired now and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go home. Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's barely like 6:30 in the morning. Fiance just left for work. Kiddo is getting up. Supposed to be getting up for school. I have a work thing that I need to prepare for. So once a week in the community that I manage for Spells 8, or that I help manage, we do this thing where I hold space for an hour with a video for anyone who needs energetic work, who's asking for help or prayers or healing or whatever it is. And I need to prepare the video for that this morning before it happens later today. Yesterday I finished bagging up all of those leaves that needed to be bagged up. got some branches that had been knocked down from the trees or whatever from over winter with storms and whatnot. So after my child leaves for school, I will be hauling those off to our brush dump in the compostable bags that I have. One of them is not compostable. I had one big black lawn bag left, but it's not full, so hopefully I can just untie it, dump it, and use it again if I need to. I'm really hoping I don't have to get the trailer out, because that's a pain in the ass to get from where it is right now. But if I have to, I have to. Because it's supposed to rain today, so I'm not doing any more work out there today, which is fine, because the work that needs to be done out there now, I need a chainsaw and some heavy duty clippers or something. We have a bush on the side of our house that a maple tree is growing up in, in the middle of it. That needs to be taken out because it's super close to the house and I don't want that messing with the foundation any more than the foundation already is messed up. But that's another story. They're just really close to the house anyway, and the bush also just needs to come out. Yeah, I've got some bushes in the backyard too they're invasive, and I don't know why the previous owner planted them anyway. They're not very pretty, and they drop these little red berries, and it also needs to go. It's invasive, it needs to come out. And eventually I would love to plant more native bushes, native species, because that's what we need more of. Anyway, I am gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna get started on this work thing and try to wake up. A happy Tuesday.
Always lift properly.
Time to go. Oh wait, no. I need my wallet first. Oh, you heard it beep that I was recording. Oh, now you're not going to sing anymore? My child, everyone. Alright, so I told you guys that I would talk about the Daybreak Growers Alliance. I think that's what it's called. Can you go find me a hair tie or something, please? Like I asked you. You know, thank you. Scrunchy works. That's just for when I cook. Homework.
I don't have any.
Just your reading?
Yeah, I've already done my reading. I just
I don't need to find another send out.
Okay, then go.
I need to, but I can't find one today, so I just need to.
Okay, then go do the thing so we can send off the package to Grandma.
This?
Yes, that.
Okay.
I went and I picked up my Daybreak Growers Alliance bag, basically. And this is like a co-op of local farmers and growers and producers and makers and whatever that have come together to form this Growers Alliance. And they do weekly or bi-weekly or just whenever you need to order little boxes and kits with it's a $35 minimum. And you can either get a box that is called Farmer's Choice, and it comes in different sizes, and the Farmer's Choice is exactly what it sounds like. They put different things in your box that they either have extra of or that no one ordered that week or whatever. Or you can do, I forget what the one I do is called. I think it's just the Daybreak box. And I get the small one, and I get to customize my box and pick and choose the different things that I need. But everything that comes in these boxes is Maine grown or Maine made. Zena, you better not. Oh, you want your ball? Okay, hold on. I'll get your ball. Okay. Yes, everything is either Maine grown or Maine produced, using things grown or produced in Maine. My friend told me about this, and I think it's a really great way for myself and anybody else that lives in the Maine area to be able to support our local farmers and our local makers if we can. Obviously, it is a little more expensive sometimes than buying from just your big box grocery store, but I think if you have the capability and they have things that you want and that you will use and eat, then it's a really good option for us to do what we can to support our local community. So if you're in the Maine area, I will leave the information for this in the description. Again, this isn't sponsored at all. This is just something that I think is really cool that a lot of places could benefit from. You might have something like this in your area. I definitely encourage you to look out for it. And then again, if you're in Maine, check it out and see what your options are. They don't deliver. There's no shipping involved. They deliver to their like Dropbox locations. I have to drive to go pick this up, which is fine. That can be an obstacle for some people. So anyway, I'm gonna put all this away. I need to cook dinner, and then we have our Tuesday craft night to go to. It is Thursday. I didn't vlog at all yesterday because I just felt like shit emotionally, mentally, you know, just having one of those days. I don't know. It's still kind of lingering. Holding the camera like this is not working. What was I saying? Still kind of lingering, not feeling that great. I did discover again that the manufacturer for my ADHD medication has changed once again. And this prescription I picked up a couple of days ago, and I knew something was up. It's very obvious because the color of the capsule changed, the label on the capsule changed, and then if you compare the manufacturer on the bottles, the new one versus my old one, it's a different manufacturer. And I don't give a shit what anyone says about generic medication, they don't all work the same. And it's very apparent when you take a medication for a longer period of time, and every single time you get a refill, the medication is a different color, the capsule is different or whatever, and it doesn't work the same. I spent yesterday being so mad at the world, and everything upset me at like the drop of a hat. I cried so much yesterday. It's a little more complicated than just medication, but the medication has a lot to do with it. because one of the things that the ADHD medication helps me with is emotional stability, pretty much. Because I have the inward presenting ADHD, so it's a lot of my mind and my emotions and everything. I am not a hyperactive person physically. I am a hyperactive person mentally and emotionally. That's how my ADHD presents. So when the medications change, it shouldn't be allowed for them to be so different that the effects are so different. And then I'm going stir crazy, I think, which is just another thing. I think I would like to get out of my house today and work somewhere else. The library, a cafe, depending on how warm it gets, maybe go to the park. I just haven't decided yet. I don't know. So I'm gonna call the pharmacy and see what happens. As far as work stuff, I've got some tarot readings to do. I've got one that I need to do for actual work, for the Spells 8 community. And then I started cross-posting my own blog posts onto Medium again. I was doing it last year. I stopped because I lost interest. But I've started doing it again. I am trying to build more readership and more community engagement, and obviously more views and whatnot here on YouTube as well. But it takes work, and sometimes I just don't have the energy to do it. So that's what I'm doing there. But anyway, the point about that, I'm cross-posting stuff, and I want to do a pick a card for the full moon for my website, and I'm going to do the same thing on Medium. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna show you my sticker. If you don't understand the reference, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Coffee is +5 to Constitution, +8 to Dexterity, and +6 to Intelligence. And then, I don't know if you've seen it in my other, in any of the other clips or whatever, but I have another sticker that's on my water cup. Actually, let me go get it for you because I do want to specifically show it to you. Okay, so for reference, before I show you the sticker, because otherwise it won't make sense, the character that I play in our D&D group, our game, is a tiefling barbarian. And for me, anytime I play a game, I have never played a combat character or class that is physical combat. I've always played either a caster or a healer. And this is true for like World of Warcraft when I played, any other online game that I've ever played. I've always played something that fights back from afar. I've never been very good at combat when it comes to games like that. But anyway, so I wanted to explore playing a barbarian, and I'm having so much fun just being a barbarian that beats the hell out of things with a big ass battle axe. Anyway, so all of that to say, the stickers that my friend got me for Christmas have to do with D&D. That's the one that's on my coffee cup. And then this one says, I swing both ways violently with an axe. So it's true on more than one level. It is in the colors of the bisexual pride flag, because that's me, but also the axes, because I play a barbarian in D&D. Partner came for lunch, he left, I need to do more work. Not in a great mood. Still haven't heard back from the pharmacy, even though they're like, we will return your call within an hour. That was at like 8:15 this morning, and it's almost 12:45. I guess I could try to call them again. They close for lunch at 1, so I've got 15 minutes. Tonight, I have an award ceremony. I am receiving some sort of award for my academic excellence for the last year at the school that I'm going to. So in a little bit, I guess I will get ready for that. Try to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with my hair. Put on some makeup, try to make myself feel a little better about myself. So I guess I'm just going to call the pharmacy again and then get some more work done. So we went to Ritual Market yesterday, and that is like this vendor fair that is put on in Maine. I think it's done a couple times a year. It was supposed to be last weekend, but it rained last weekend, so it was yesterday, which is fine because yesterday was Mother's Day, and it was really nice to just get out and spend some time with my daughter. And we were also celebrating a friend's birthday who was there, and there was just a group of us, and it was great. And I love to go to these things because like I like to support local artists, right? And local creators. And I think it's so much fun, even if you don't buy anything or even if you don't buy a lot. I did buy stuff. So I just wanted to show you what I got. The first thing, it's so cute and I'm in love with it and I'm gonna frame it. There was an artist there who like draws and does art, but she also creates stickers and magnets and whatever, and she was doing this other little activity at her booth where she was doing 1-minute micro drawings, and so I got one of me and my daughter, and like it's just like the perfect little Mother's Day thing. It's so cute. We look exactly the same, right? Anybody who knows us and who like has seen what my daughter looks like now will tell you that that's partially true. I also got a candle. That was one of the original reasons I was going, or not one of the original reasons, but I wanted to see if the vendor was going to be there that was there at the last one that I went to last year. And unfortunately she wasn't, but I really loved her candles. And you know, I was excited to get another candle. She wasn't there, which is fine. I can order online. But I did get this candle and it's from a maker. Her company is called Reclaim the Hammer, and all of her candles are made in vintage glassware, and I love this scent. I picked up her testers and this scent was like, oh, I need to have this one. It's called Thistle and Thorn, and it's got thistle, sage, clover, pine, moss, and orange peel. But I had a lot of different options for the container, I guess, that it was in. I didn't want a big one because I get tired of scents real easy, so I prefer smaller candles. So I went with the like blood red one. I love it so much, and I can't wait, honestly, for the candle to be all the way gone so I can clean this out and put other candles inside of it. I think it's so cute. And then the last thing I got is a pair of earrings. And I will likely be ordering more earrings from this artist because her art is so cute. And her earrings are little like wooden earrings. And everybody knows I'm going to nursing school, right? So she has some dangly earrings that are much bigger. They were a little bit out of my budget for what I planned to spend, so I didn't get those. But there were, oh gosh, there were two that I really loved. One was an anatomical heart with flowers growing out of the top of it, and the other one was an anatomical heart like in a jar, and I am in love with them. So since those were out of my budget, I decided to get these instead, and my daughter also fell in love with them, so we will likely be sharing this pair of earrings. They are anatomically correct hearts. And I think it's just perfect. And honestly, it reminds me of my grandmother, who passed away in 2020 because she was also a nurse. And one of the things that I remember most about her nursing career and just like her vibe and her aesthetic was that she had a pair of earrings for literally everything. Every holiday, she had several to choose from, and every mood or whatever, she had so many pairs of earrings to choose from. And I want to be that person. I want earrings that go with the holidays, and I want earrings that go with whatever vibe I'm feeling like that day. So I'm starting my collection early, and I think, you know, what better way to start an earring collection than from local makers. I think that's just perfect. So that's the week. Thank you for spending a week with me. I really just felt like vlogging. Sometimes it's easier to do that than just like sit down and record a talking head video. But then like editing vlogs is labor intensive and not something I'm super, I don't want to say super good at, but it's not something I do often. So I'm still trying to find my like vlogging style, but I hope to do them more. I hope to do them a lot more. We will see. I need to get an actual camera first, or find an old phone that we still have lying around here that I can use specifically as a camera, because recording on my phone makes my phone die really fast. So it is what it is. And I will see you back here sometime soon. Bye. Show me what you got. But turn in the sun. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that one. Let me see your clip. Well, get it out.
Take it out.
Ooh, I like that. Let me get the business card.
They're all so pretty that I don't know which ones to get.
Well, this one matches your dress.